used to seeing me like this. I'm actually getting ready to help my son out. He's in a play in high school, and they needed some of the dads to get dressed up in suit and tie. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm participating in about 7 or 8 different performances in the next couple weeks. I think it's Peter Pan. I think I'm supposed to represent one of the Lost Boys grown up. So I thought I would get into my suit, which I haven't been in quite some time, and just make sure everything is in good working order. So that's how I'm preparing for that role of helping my kid out. But I'm also preparing for being on the water starting tomorrow. I will show you some of what I do to prepare to get out on the water and film. Some very specific things I'm going to go over for what's going to be jerkbait week on the little stuff. But before I do that, I'm going to go over a couple different things that I already have scheduled. It's something every time I go out, I try to find new opportunities to capture little 60-second or less little mini lessons that relate to what I'm gonna film. I guess I walked too far away from something. Anyhow, let me go over some of the actual produced videos that and some are way into January, but I'm not gonna discuss some of those. But twin spin spinnerbait manufacturer, we just did 100% chance of rain. What I wear was yesterday. Today we're gonna cover tunneling. Run your kayak through really low-hanging stuff and making it through to the other side without any broken rods. That's today's video that'll be released. Old school maps versus Google Maps. I look at some of the different bathymetric maps and other, fishing related maps, and the DeLorme's atlases and the paddling guidebooks that I used to use years ago. I still use them. They're still providing some things that I cannot get on Google Maps, but I do both, and I go through the Google Map procedure. Plug knocker use, a homemade DIY plug knocker from my buddy Matt Elliott. He makes them. I may do a video later on how he makes those. Really, really useful. Last known location, a protocol for solo exploration. This one's really important. That's coming up later in the week. Just so if anything ever happens to you out on the water, somebody knows where you were, or at least where you put in. It's a starting point for search and rescue, actually. Chainsaw Primer by Chris Watts. This is fun. I actually went to Chris's, I'd say his shop. It's really just a yard. And really went through chainsaw use and safety and adjustments and everything that someone needs to know to really be good with a chainsaw. I needed that, so I recorded it on video. Garmin Panoptics on a Kayak by Jake Harshman. Speaks for itself. Hi, kitty. What are you talking about? This is one of our cats. That's Floki. He's talking. Carving Mountain Path, small river exploration. The trip I did down in Virginia about a week ago, using the chainsaw, going to where no one else had been. Side imaging, dropping waypoints on deep wood, and how that can unlock a lot of water and a lot of fish that just don't get fished for because everyone's banging the bank. People who are waiting to use the ramp. So it keeps cutting out, but I want to talk about jerkbait week. This is what I do. I make these outlines before I go on the water. I talk about my shot list, about my thumbnail photos that I need to get, my underwater videography that I need to get that helps illustrate I'm teaching. I'll only end up with 8. Well, originally wasn't very good at fishing a jerkbait. At some point, I needed to consult with some experts and really learn how to correctly fish a suspending jerkbait. And I'll tell that story on, you know, things like, well, I'll just go through the list of all the different videos. Topics I'm going to include: does it really suspend, or does it sink, or does it float? How long of a pause do you do with the jerkbait? Color choice, adding scent, shallow or deep divers, when you need to switch to a soft plastic jerkbait instead of a hard one, and how you rig that. My favorite jerkbait rod, and a way to use the Torqeedo to slow troll with rips and dead drifts mixed in. I do this a lot. I troll maybe at half a mile an hour, and I get the rod out. Well, you'll see. It'll be a good video. What else is in there? Case for silent jerkbaits in 2 different methods for how to feel a subtle bite on a dead stick or dead drift presentation. I'm also going to give you examples of the type of structure or cover that I would present a jerkbait to this time of year, that transition from fall into winter. And hopefully, you know, hopefully it helps you. Again, I'm leaning on Jake Harshman. Jake is going to help me film this, and hopefully he's gaining the benefit of learning a few things by being behind the camera. He should get something out of it, because I ask a lot of him, and I do appreciate his time and patience with me. So anyhow, that's how I'm preparing for two totally different types of performances that I have coming up between now and the weekend. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking, and all that good stuff. And I hope I'm helping you guys and ladies catch more fish. See you.